Okay, hello Libra. Welcome to your dance hall message. I was guided to 1, 2, 3, 4 decks for you. So, and a clarifier. So, let's get right into your messages, Libra. What does God want you to know regarding your dance hall career? You woke up on the right man. Libra. I waited so long. Libra. Four more times, Libra. All right. Let's see. What does God want to tell you, Libra? This deck is way too big for me to do it all at once. Libra, what's your message for Libra, please? Alright. So Libra, it's all about the journey. Okay? It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. It says you are learning that every challenge you face has a hidden gift inside. Like I was saying to several of the other signs, you need to realize that our life stories, whether they're sweet or they're sour, they make great work of art. You know, they make great movies, great songs. Okay, great poems. All right, so we got restlessness. Find a way to calm the waters of your mind. That's the first message. Restlessness. Find a way to calm the waters of your mind. But the card was in the reverse, so let's just make sure of how God intended to be in this reading. Feels right like this. Ooh, so it's in the reverse. Okay, so restlessness in the reverse. Restlessness in the reverse is calmness. Okay, so you already have found a way to calm the waters of your mind. Okay, well, let's see. Ooh, I just heard Psalm 23. Psalms 23. What is that one again? That's the Lord is my shepherd. It's been a while. This is very bad. The Lord is my shepherd, I think. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for God is with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. But I usually change that sentence to say thy truth and thy staff, because the way how I've lived it, it shows me that the truth, it may make some people upset, but it actually sets people free. And when it comes to staff, it's not a stick, it's actual people. God's truth and God's staff comfort us. So it's like there's always somebody. We're always surrounded by the enemy, but there's always at least one. Even if that one is yourself and the God within you, there's always that one staff on hand, okay, to bring that love and spread that light and reignite your belief in the humanity of humans. That rain sound good, boy. Okay? So God will always have at least one person around you, even if it's just yourself. Usually it's somebody else, but sometimes it's only ourselves and the God within. Okay? So let me make sure that that's the prayer. Yeah, the Lord is my shepherd. Okay. So yeah. So that prayer is of significance to you. But it's thy truth and thy staff. They say thy rod and thy staff. The question is, what is a rod? And if it's really a stick, the rod and the staff being the stick are two sticks, no? Because a rod is a stick. So it says, spare the rod, spoil the child. What is the rod? So, rod of correction. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Okay, so the rod, God's correction, the fire, the purifying fire. And thy staff. So what does staff represent then? Like in my version, the staff represent the people that I've seen around me, because I have been put in some positions and it's like when you start living for God, God's enemies become your enemies, and God's enemies are the biggest enemies of all. And I have certainly inherited them. And the same way they surround me, this secret society surround me, I see another opposing secret society that surrounds me as well. So that's why I say thy staff is people. Okay, so I don't know what your reality is, but make sure that when you're saying that prayer, it makes sense to you. It will offer you comfort and understanding. Okay? So you have found a way to calm the waters of your mind. Okay? So there's no need to search anymore. So something that you're doing, or something that you know, or someone that you're around, you may doubt its power to bring you peace. But God says don't doubt it. It's real. Okay? So the underlying issue here is the journey. Yeah. Learning that every challenge you face has a hidden gift inside. Because you're a seeker of truth. It says you can feel the hidden truth behind your circumstances. So thy truth and thy staff. Spiritual growth. You are currently experiencing a lesson required for your spiritual evolution. So something that you're going through right now is here to help you to grow. Okay? So you're a seeker of truth, and God is about to bring you some truth. But you know, sometimes when God is elevating us, it happens in a way that would make us feel like it's having the opposite effect. But that's where we need to trust in the process. Okay? The way humans work is when they want to go forward, we only walk forward. The way God works is when God wants to push us forward, sometimes God pull us back. Or it appears to us as though we're being pulled back. It even appears to our enemies that we're being pulled back. But that's why God is God and we are not. We have to learn to trust the process, trust the journey. God is not making a mistake with you, whatever it is that you're going through. It's not a mistake. It's a part of the master plan. Sometimes God have to give our enemies reasons to laugh at us, to throw them off. Okay? Make them think they're winning. It destabilizes them. Okay? Just trust. You're in good hands. Okay? So we got old habit. An old habit may be keeping you from moving forward. And I'm hearing this is your thought process. This old habit that God is talking about is your thought process. So what I've just revealed to you about how God actually pulls us back sometimes or make it look like we're losing. I feel like you're in a situation like that, but just know it only look that way. God is up to something in your life, okay? Keep trusting. You got wishful thinking. You are learning how to manifest the life that you desire. So you're on the right path. And this what you're going through is actually going to enhance your spiritual gifts. You're going to learn to trust yourself more, trust your judgment more, trust God more. I don't need to read these parts because the top layer is what's really shining to me right now, but you can read them if you want to. So yeah, you're learning after experiencing this, you're gonna learn to have more faith in yourself and faith in God. So this is what God is doing in your life. Approval. This one I'll read. It says, choose to approve of yourself and others will too. So this exercise that God is doing in your life is to increase your faith in God and your faith in yourself. It is to teach you about how God works. God wants you to understand that not because it looked like you're losing, it doesn't mean you're losing. Okay? God is the master strategist. God's thinking is not like our thinking. God's ways are not like our ways. And that's why when people work with God, they tend to win. Because we're not going off of our own understanding anymore. We're tapping into a higher level. Okay. Winning is not always having the victory. Sometimes letting go and accepting that L is the victory. I hope you're understanding that. Because what I've realized in my lifetime is whenever the enemy takes something from me, or whenever God allowed the enemy to take something from me, is because God is about to give me something that's even far greater. Every time that the enemy has messed with something that I'm dealing with, it always come back to be at least 5-10 times better. To the point where they actually regret messing with me. And you know what they tend to do? Mess with me less. It's like they don't know what to do. So yeah, don't afraid to accept some L's. It's a part of the master plan, okay? Just know that you're in good hands. Stick with God and don't worry about a thing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. This is the day that the Lord has made. That should be your song. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Because God is up to something. Even if you have to cry, don't cry for too long. If you have to shout and get angry, don't hold that energy for too long. Because when you see what God is up to, you be cussing yourself after that. Like, why did I even allow myself to get so worked up over this? I should have had more faith. I promise you, that's going to be your story. You will learn not to waste your time being upset with situations not going in the way that you want them to go. Or the way that you believe they should be going for you to be the winner in a situation. Sometimes losing is winning. I was sharing a reference with one of the other signs. It's like, you know them ones where you're supposed to go take a plane someplace and something happened and it slowed you down from getting to the airport and you miss your flight. Next you're listening to the news and something happened on the flight and you're like, damn, it's a good thing I didn't go. Some of these L's are actually W's in disguise. Trust the divine process. There's nothing that belongs to you that will not come to you. If you don't have it or if you didn't get it, it's because God knows you don't need it. So it's for you to realize you don't need it. God got you. God is your eyes and ears in places that you don't have no eyes and ears. Four more times, please. Okay, so God's next message to you, we have Our Lady of Exalted Light. The card reads, I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. Like I said, L. Taking that L is nothing. There's a bigger plan behind it. I give endlessly because the light is without end. Not only is the light without end, the Lord is your shepherd. You shall not want. So if you don't have it, it's because God knows you don't need it, and it's in your best interest for you not to have it, or him or her. Whether it's a child, a boyfriend, girlfriend, a job, a manager, a producer. The Lord is your shepherd. You shall not want. The L is your friend. Okay? If somebody want to laugh at your situation, let them laugh. Because when God is ready to exalt you, Our Lady of Exalted Light. Yeah. When God is ready to exalt you, that stupid grin will be wiped so fast off their face. Okay? Be humble. Be cool. Alright? Yeah. The underlying issue here, we have the presence of the divine feminine. It says, at the center of everything, there is light, and I am that light. So at the center of everything, there is God, and you're working with God. God is the light. You have to know how to interpret the cards. Okay? And God is putting these words in my heart to tell you. So I'm not telling you anything foolish. It says at the center of everything there is light. What is light? Light is love. Light is knowledge. Light is wisdom. Light is understanding. Light is truth. What is God? God is the way, the truth, and the life. And God is the light. So at the center of everything there is light. It's lyrical mathematics. That's what tarot reading is all about. Oracle reading is all about. Because one word could have so many different things, but you have to open your mind and let God fill you with the knowledge. You have to walk with God as your partner. Because like I said, God is your eyes and ears. So that's why you get things being, messages being delivered to you in your dreams. Or sometimes you'll just be chilling and you see a vision of something. What was that? What is that about? So God communicates with us even through other people, a movie that you may be watching. So you just have to be ready for the messages when God is giving you. God is on your side. Are you on God's side? If you're not, you're missing a lot. You're missing a lot of peace. Because when we try to do things all by ourselves, we tend to worry. But when we know we have a help, when we know that the Lord is our shepherd and we shall not want, then we rest in God's peace. Two more times, Libra. The enemy has been making me to suffer financially. They have corrupted my businesses. They have blocked my phone lines from people reaching me. So I am mostly without finances. I'm certainly not where I would have been if they were not standing in my way. But every month somebody put money on my electric for me, and I don't know who it is. The truth, thy truth and thy staff, they comfort me. So the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is your shepherd, you shall not want. You don't have to know how God is going to do whatever God needs done to make sure that you're okay. You just need to trust the process. So you'll make the right moves. So you don't shut yourself out of your own blessing. Okay? Emperor. The ultimate ruler. Okay. So we have, these are what do I call them? I call these cards when they do like this, mystery cards, because it's like they have something to say but it didn't come out the deck. But these came out the deck. So this is your message and this is additional information, okay? So the first card we have is the Four of Wands. And we have the Queen of Cups. But they were in the reverse. So let me just check and see how the energy is meant to be interpreted in your reading. Feels right like this. So they're topsy-turvy. They're upside down. So in the reverse, so this talks about stability when it's upright. And when it's this way, obviously everything is not okay. Okay? But God wants you to know that you have the power and you have the blessing. It's you who need to give yourself rest. Because everything that you need is already with you or on its way to you. Okay? And the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So because everything is so topsy-turvy in your life right now, it's bringing out your darker side. Okay? Whereas you would normally be loving and caring and whatnot, it's kind of bringing out the bitch in you. You don't need that kind of energy in your life. God sees what you're going through and God understands. So you're not supposed to make this situation make you bitter, but rather make you better, in that you need to see that God is blessing you. So you may not be getting the blessings from where you thought or who you thought they'd be coming from. But if you look at your life, you will see that God is still providing for you. Anything that you don't have is what you do not need. So if there's a bill that is not being paid right now, it's because you don't need to pay it. When God feel like you need to pay it, you will be given everything that you need to make it happen. Do not stress yourself. That's God. That's what God is trying to say to you in this reading. Don't stress yourself. The Lord is your shepherd, you shall not want. My rent and my council tax has not been paid for about 6 or 7 months. And why? Because the enemy is the one who is creating difficulty in my financial situation. And I figure if God is real, then God is not going to allow them the power to stress me out. Because if God's enemies become my enemies, then this fight is not my fight, but God's fight. And God is going to take care of my needs because we need food, clothes, and shelter. So they've been writing letters trying to upset me, and I just put them one side, and now I'm going to start to even throw them that they're rubbish because they're not talking to me. Because I was paying my rent and doing everything that I needed to do. But because of them being unhappy with me being black and being well off, they decided to shut down my operations. And they succeeded. God gave them their wish. But what God didn't give them is the right to see me frustrated, worried, angry. God did not give them the power to see me turn into the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Because I would have been a bitch. I would have been shouting. I would have been looking old. Look, being angry makes us look old and get old fast. It makes us have a head full of gray hair, and it messes with our health. You don't need that type of stress. God say, I got you. Relax. Okay? If you belong to me, then you don't belong to Babylon. And if you don't belong to Babylon, then that means Babylon rules them can't affect you. There's nothing that they can do to you that I don't give them the power to do to you. It's like with the story with Job in the Bible. The devil claims, say, if you take everything from Job, it's going to make Job turn away from the Most High. And God said, okay, you can take everything you want from Job. I think he said, except for Job's life. So God gave the devil the opportunity to take away all his businesses, his money, family, children, wife, everything. Even Job's health. And Job never left the Most High. Because once you're with God, you're with God. And once you have faith in God and you understand how God works, there's nothing that can happen to you that will give you the gumption to doubt God. If you really understand what God is and how God works, you will never doubt God. Even in death or in the face of death. Because God is the giver and the taker of life. Now that is not to say that you should go around and be all willy-nilly with your power. because we shall not test God. But when it is needed, miracles are ours to have, because we work for the miracle worker. See the mathematics? And this is what God is trying to give to you. Emperor, the ruler of all. So we got the darkness coming in. So because you don't know, you want to walk away. But God is bringing you knowledge, the high priestess. God is bringing you the knowledge through this message. Now you know. Or at least you've heard it. If you choose not to believe me, then that's up to you. But at least you got the message. So we have the King of Pentacles. These are the mystery cards. Now let's see what the story is. King of Pentacles, this Ace of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. So right under the Emperor, the biggest energy under the Emperor is the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, this is representing God, by the way, or the God in you. Okay, you have the God in you, and you don't understand it anyway, so that's why. But when you understand it, you'll know, and you will sing God's praises. Okay, then you'll be able to teach people like I can now teach you, because I've been through this scenario, you see. So God is giving you the experience so that you can increase your faith and your knowledge in God, okay? So that you can then take that message to somebody else and bless somebody else, instead of leaving people in frustration, okay? So we got the King of Pentacles, and then we got the Truth card. But as you can see, it has this the crown at the top, victory. So the King of Pentacles is the truth. So the King of Pentacles is representing God in this. God said, I am the King of all. The King of Pentacles is the king that has everything. So like I said, under the Emperor, the King of Pentacles is the next in rank. Okay? But God already used the Emperor card in this to deliver this message. So he had to use the King of Pentacles to deliver a message. The King of God is the truth. And God see you struggling. Page of Swords. God want you to know, I see you struggling. God says, I see you have confusion and instability. You're trying to keep things afloat. But God is like, walk with me. Have faith in me. Trust me. I got you. Now, this is the family deck that God guided me to. So let's see what God wants to share from this deck. It talks about family. It talks about like devil worship and divine protection, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, WhatsApp, email. It's kind of like a gossip deck when it comes to family and friends. So let's see what message is in here that God wants to relay to you. And this is your last message. Once we finish this, you'll be good to go. I'm being told to tell you that a lot of people think that when they choose to give their life to God, that it means that they will no longer go through hardships. But God has sent me to tell you that you will still experience the same things that you would have without God, only that now you'll be given the tools and the wisdom needed to not only endure the hardships but overcome them and use them to make you better, not bitter. Okay? So challenges are going to come whether you're in God's army or not. But God says the difference is when you're rolling with God, you have the wisdom and the tenacity to endure and overcome the challenges that life sends your way. Okay. Because what is life without problems? I'll tell you what it is. It's boring. I understand sometimes we need a break. But if you were to live an uneventful life where nothing ever happened, your food is always there, you have everything that you want whenever you want, it's like, it's just too much pleasure. Too much of anything is bad, I feel. That's why God made the duality, good and evil, light and dark, up and down, war and peace, love and hate. These things is what makes life very interesting. And especially as a person in the dancehall industry, it gives you things to sing about. You see me? Because art imitates life. So any song out there that you love, whether it's good or bad, is because the artwork imitate life. Now, if life was uneventful for everybody, then you could never get no good tunes like that. Why? Because ain't nothing going on. It's just there. It's kind of like flatline, really. It's like, you see, when shit start going like this, then you know you're alive. But I understand. Sometimes we need a break. But going through the bad, it actually teaches us how to appreciate the good. And dealing with the good for too long, it gives us a desire for a little bit of spice in our life, a little bit of upheaval. Life is about balance, So let's see, what's the message for Libra from this deck, please? My bum cheeks need some exercise. Need to let my blood flow in my bottom. Three more. Alright, let's see. What does God want to tell you from this deck? Okay. Alright, so the underlying issue here has something to do with well wishes. But the card that is showing itself at this time is envy. So let's see what's going on here. So the first card that came out, ex-female friend. Okay, so this is about a female friend of yours that is no longer a friend of yours. We got envy and male cousin. So what is that about? So what I'm getting is she's envious of your relationship with a male cousin. Is this her cousin or yours? The underlying issue, we got well wishes, brother. So this person like you, in-law male. It's like, huh? It's like, so I'm getting is her family member. So one of her cousins like you, and you probably get along with this person. She's not very happy about that. Okay, sabotage. Send message. So if you get any messages about people trying to put some wedge between you and this person, just know that it's this idiot over here. Okay, she's not very happy with your relationship with her cousin. Um, it's somebody close to her. It's a male figure that's close to her. So if it's not actually her blood cousin, it's like a mutual somebody between you two. But you and her are no longer friends, but you're still friends with this person, and you two get along great. She doesn't like that. Okay, so God needed you to know that. So just watch out. So she's gonna try to sabotage your relationship with this guy. And it's time for me to have breakfast. So let's see what was going on with this deck. So that's 4. And God was saying that this is supposed to be. So I'm guessing this is related to the last message there about this ex-female friend. Three more. I'm gonna go around 2 more times if you want to deliver this message. Okay, thank you. It was like, what are we doing here? All right, so at the bottom of the deck, oh, we got soulmates. It says soul connection, partnership agreement, and soul contract. So I'm guessing the male cousin, this dude, is a part of your soul family. So the first card we have to come out is mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, or gaslighting. So somebody's hiding their true feelings, and the truth is you balance each other. Twin flame. So in the midst of all this madness that you're going through in your life, you have some love in your life. See, I told you, God always provide at least one person. Now, this doesn't mean that you two are going to be twin flames and soulmates and loving each other forever. It just means this is your season to be supported and loved by this person, and for them to be supported and loved by you. Okay? God provide us who we want for when we need them. When the time comes for this to end, because the saying goes, some people come into our life for a reason, for a season, and some for a lifetime. Know which one this person is. Do not try to hold on to them for longer than you need to, or else what is sweet will turn sour. Okay. So yeah, so God has provided you. It says yin, yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. And this is the reason why your friend wants to mess up this relationship. She doesn't want you to be happy. Okay? And one of you are hiding your feelings. So somebody like each other more than they're letting on. Is it you or is it this person? So yeah, if it's not you, then clearly it's him. Okay? So yeah, in the midst of these mad things, God is providing you. So we got watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. And then we got endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation. So somebody's just watching somebody. Oh, sorry. So yeah, somebody's just watching somebody, but they're not saying nothing. So I don't know what y'all want to do with that. Because somebody's heartbroken. So it's about being afraid. Stabbed in the back, and it says clock and hammer. You should read the words on these cards, okay? And then we got engagement ring. So yeah, so somebody is afraid to express their love for the other because they're afraid of getting hurt, as usual, because they've been hurt before. So if this is you or this is the other person, just know that this is what's going on. All right? So this is what God wants you to know. So regarding your career, whatever it is that's going on in your career right now, just know that it's a test. Okay? It's a test of your faith, and it's meant to help you to grow and understand God and understand yourself and understand life more. So I hope that the information in this reading here has helped you, Libra. And I look forward to getting some new music from you. I look forward to hearing that you've grown closer to the Most High, and you now understand and you feel like a champion, like you're supposed to, because the Lord is our shepherd, we shall not want. Okay? We can't have two masters. Either you're on God's side or you're on Babylon's side. And Babylon can't even help themselves. So that's a waste of time. So there's only one team to choose, really. You know? So good luck. Until next time, my darling. Bye-bye.